Great things in business are never done by one person, they're done by a team of people. That's what Steve Jobs said. And I believe one of the things that leads to more success and fulfillment in business is finding the right team. Now, I'm fully aware as a financial planner that one of the most common difficulties that advisors have is really the management part of people and what they're doing in their day-to-day operations and maybe the human resources type issues that come up. We're really good at being an advisor and interacting with clients and doing everything that we do, but there's very few of us that are cut out to be managers of people. But if you can find the ideal team players and hire them, those issues are greatly reduced and the benefits far exceed the cost to getting them on board. Having that self-managed team will allow you to really focus on what you do best and what you love, and focus on the things that move the needle of your business the most. So in this video, I want to share the framework that we follow and then also the questions that we ask when we're hiring that's led us to finding our ideal team, the one that we have right now. As a quick history, my name is Dave Zoller and I've been an advisor for over 13 years. And I own Streamline Financial with Tim, and we have over 250 million AUM. And Streamline is made up of Tim and myself, and then two amazing advisors, Luke and Sean, and then two client service specialists. And we've never had a more cohesive team in the right seats and really enjoying each other's company than we do right now. And we're all motivated towards moving towards the same goals. And a key part of this is really the culture that we work to instill in our office. And that's not the topic of this video, but that could be a good future video. If that's a question that you have, that you'd like to see a video on, how do I create a great culture in my office? Then let me know, type in the comments below culture or just type something in the comments so that I know it's of interest to you. So back to the hiring framework, it comes from a business consultant, Patrick Lencioni, and he's found that really the best companies have found their ideal team players by interviewing based on 3 virtues. So I'm gonna list each one of these virtues and then I'm gonna include accompanying interview questions to ask when you're talking with people, when you're interviewing people. As a side note, our interview process is made up of 4 meetings. It's the intro phone call, and then it's the in-person culture fit meeting where they meet everybody, and then it's a day in the life meeting where they're actually performing the tasks on their job description. And then the last one is a dinner with Tim and I and our wives, and then also the interviewee and then their spouse, if they have one. So it's kind of in depth, and it's led to really, we think it's definitely worth it because it's led to the team that we have now at Streamline. If going deeper into that, sorry for these side topics, but if that's of interest to you, then put in hiring or hiring process in the comments below or something like that so that I know. So the first virtue to identify is, are they humble? Patrick says ideal team players are humble. They lack excessive ego or concerns about their status. They're quick to point out contributions of others and slow to seek recognition of their own. They share credit, they emphasize the team over themselves, and then they define success collectively rather than individually. People who lack humility in a significant way, they're the ones who demand a lot of time and are really dangerous to a team. So a few questions to ask in the first meeting when you're talking with somebody in the culture fit meeting is, first one is, can you tell me about someone who's better than you in an area that really matters to you? An insight behind this question is just look for the candidate to demonstrate a genuine appreciation for others who have more skill or talent. Humble people are comfortable with this. Ego-driven people are often not. The next question here for humility is describe your current team. What do you like and then what do you dislike? The insight behind this question is by asking a team-related question, it may be apparent if he or she values the team effort and is willing to do what's necessary for the good of the team, or if they're more individual focused. So encourage that candidate to describe specific interactions with colleagues and experiences of working on a team. And by the way, these questions and these insights, they're coming straight from Lencioni's guide on this. So I'm just pulling it directly from that because it's worked so well. The next virtue is the one that we have to identify is, are they hungry? And hungry team members are self-motivated and diligent. They are constantly thinking about the next step and the next opportunity. And a simple question for finding out if they're hungry is, what kind of hours do you generally work or want to work? The insight behind this one is hardworking people usually don't have to work 9 to 5 unless there's unique life situations that demand it. Balance is important. We're definitely do that at Streamline. But if the candidate needs a predictable schedule and talks too much about balance, there's a chance that maybe they're not terribly hungry. When a candidate focuses a lot on the hours that they're expected to work, they might not have that hungry team player virtue that you might want. Now, before the next virtue, if you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like and subscribe so that you don't miss the next practice management video for advisors. So that next one that we have to find out is, are they smart? And not just intellectually smart, but really this is more emotional intelligence. People high in EQ, they've got good judgment and intuition around the subtleties of group dynamics and the impact of their words and actions. So a question here is, have you ever worked with a difficult colleague or boss? How did you handle that situation? By asking a candidate about difficult work relationships, then you'll learn if she can read situations and people and handle them skillfully. And then the next one here for figuring out if they've got EQ, if they're smart, is what's kind of funny. What do you do that others in your personal life might find annoying? Everyone annoys someone sometimes, especially at home. Smart people, they're not immune to this, but neither are they in the dark about it. And they tend to moderate that behavior at work. So finding this out during that question could be a great way to find out if they're smart. So an action item for you is, if you're not hiring anyone right now, try asking one of your colleagues or employees one of these questions or a few of these questions to see what sort of response you get, and see if you can identify those virtues that we were talking about: humble, hungry, and smart. And if you are hiring someone, use this guide in the first meeting and look for those 3 virtues that are essential to hiring your next ideal team player. I'll include a link in the description to download the guide and all the questions and a little background behind all of this. But as always, I hope you found this valuable. If you did, share it with another advisor. I'd like to spread the word about this channel so that hopefully more advisors can get help. Take care.